Hey guys,
Hi.
it's Cauliflower.
And Chris.
And we are back for Choly Chats 2016.
Yes.
So I have to apologize because I know we have not shot a Choly Chats in quite some time.
Very
and
long time.
My voice is kind of limited, which is another reason.
Sounds good though, doesn't it?
But we are actually doing two Choly Chats. This is actually a regular Choly Chats, and we're also doing a second parter to our 2015, favorites and all that. This second part of our 2015 Choly Chats is, I'm going to break it down to certain categories, and we're going to go through that. But tonight, this is a normal Choly Chats, and I'm just going to put it out there that I would love to get feedback from you guys.
Yes, please.
Every week, we would like to feature a topic from one of you. Mm-hmm. So if you guys can post below a topic, we will not only do it, but we will shout out you and your channel, and we will get you involved because that's what we want to do.
Absolutely.
But tonight, I just have, a couple of things I want to talk about, just kind of like a session of just, chatting, venting, that kind of thing.
Hence
I know
Choly Chats.
we're good for that, aren't we?
Absolutely. Go ahead, babe.
Really good for that.
You do it.
So, I have to say that January, for me, is a very difficult month. It's been a very difficult month because of personal reasons and even professional reasons and reasons, of course, that have to do with me being a content creator and also a viewer. It seems to me whenever the winter hits, that seems to be when so many things kind of go astray.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that it's kind of like, everybody has their processes of how they do things, but for me, it's been affecting me. And I know here on Choly Chats, I basically vent a lot. And you'll see that. We're going to try, though, in 2016 to kind of stick to certain topics instead of talking about just YouTube related. But tonight,
I'm sorry. When she said YouTube.
as promised, because I did promise my good friends out there that I would be speaking of some YouTube related things as well as some personal things. So before I get started with that, let me just say, he's here.
Oh, boy.
While he's here. The last few weeks have been very difficult. And I think what would be really important, because I don't want to speak on behalf of Mr. Collins, Chris over here.
Wow. I am Irish.
Collins. No, Mr. Banks over here.
Oh, God.
I don't want to speak on behalf of him, but as some of you know that are close to me, there have been some things that Chris and I have been going through lately, mostly on the end of this guy. But I will let Chris speak of that because there's only one side of a story and then there's the other side of the story.
Okay.
The last few weeks we have not been shooting Choly Chats because of certain things. I mean, obviously I've been sick. And then there has been some issues. Would you like to elaborate?
Talk about putting me on the spot, but it's okay. And she's moving the camera in front of my face.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if any of you have seen the. Well, I'm hoping most of you have seen Dawn's video when she explains about triggers and everything like that. Well, there are certain things that it's not just for people with BPD. It's also for people who are bipolar, and I have people that suffer from bipolar disorder 1. And for a while, if anyone who has been in the psychiatric, they've been doing that with me, and it's just put people I love more and more in, turmoil than it has helped me. So I thought I had a great handle on it for a while, and then after a while, it just, everything just started piling in on me, and I'm back. So it's been a while, and not only do I put myself through this crap, I put the people I love through it, especially this one over here who's away from the there she is, and So it's very difficult. And, you do things sometimes that you don't even realize that, you're doing them. And well, you do realize you're doing them, but you realize it after the fact. And it's like, why the hell did I do that? And it's very stressful. It's very stressful, not just to the people that in your life, but also to yourself. Because if you're any type of a decent person, you don't want them to go through this. You don't want to put them through this, and it's very frustrating to you. I mean, as the person who is going through it. So, I mean, that's what's just what's been going on, this past couple weeks, and I mean, no one can explain it. No one can explain what. It could be any little thing that triggers them, anything, and it could be a traumatic experience. It could say, I want to apologize for not not doing any Choly Chats with Dawn in the past couple of weeks because of my stupid thingy, whatever it is, and I also. And if you have something like this, please, it doesn't make you less of a person to go get help or to go do anything like that, because you know what? In the long run, you're not just hurting yourself, but you're hurting the people you love the most. And if you love them as much as you say you do and feel you do, then you will do this. You will go get help, not just for yourself, but for them as well. And that's all I have to say, because now I'm going to answer my door, because I have a friend who's very ADHD, and if I don't, he's going to keep ringing the damn doorbell. So thanks, everybody.
So I'm glad that Chris, decided to be as candid as he did, because, it is, it's a struggle when you're dealing with something that has to do with depression, whether it's borderline, whether it's bipolar. And I'm glad that he was able to explain, and I'm sure at some point we're going to do a video about bipolar. You don't have to run away, Chris. About bipolar disorder and how it affects, personal lives, and how it affects, everything else. But there's just a couple of things I want to
say, but right now,
sorry, because my phone, I'm recording on my phone. So there's a couple of things I wanted to address, because I've been having my own personal struggles, as I've told you guys in my recent update video, which I just made yesterday, in regards to me being sick and me not being able to film in the last week. And also, I started a GoFundMe account for my good friend Nikki Murphy, which I have to say, you guys, I want to thank you guys who supported and donated her. You guys are amazing. We raised $1,600 within 5 hours, which is awesome.
If you're wondering why Dawn waved or anything like that, if you heard a little noise in the background, here's our good friend Dave. Yeah. Dave, come on in and say hi to the people out there.
And there he is. So, we raised $1,600. It was amazing, and it went, I want to say this, it went to a very dire emergency. I want to say this because Nikki has received so much hate because of it. And I just want to say this. The people that decided that they wanted to make videos exposing her and saying that she was scamming.
Can I? Okay.
And that she was faking or what have you. Unless you're in somebody's situation, unless you're in their shoes, you don't know what it's like. So I guess on the other side of it, when you're looking at it as a somebody who's watching, thinking, oh yeah, okay, she's just doing this just to get money from her subscribers. You know what? You know how difficult it is to come to a point where you reach the point where you don't have any other option but to reach out to people that support you and watch you. I know for me that it would be a very difficult thing for me to do if I ever came to that point in my life. We all struggle in our lives. We all have, instances where we need help. In Nikki's case, I thought in my own head that it was necessary because she has 2 young children. She lives in a trailer. She has, she does not have family that can just help her out of a situation. And it was me being a friend to her that decided to start this GoFundMe. And ever since then, she got so many hate comments, and I got a couple of comments. Listen, unless you walk a mile in somebody's shoes, you have no right to judge. What happens, and I'm going to put this out there, Chris. Stay away. I'm going to say this.